Our tour begins at Quartz Square, in the heart of downtown Charlottesville.
A public space at the center of this city's history. There are many stories to explore in this small area.
The courthouse was the first permanent structure that was built here, and it has been used as a site for corporate punishment, trial hearings, elections, public assemblies, and church services.
In the early years, you could turn your back to the courthouse and see the mountain where Thomas Jefferson had his plantation, called Monticello. This landmark sign in the square underscores the important influence of Thomas Jefferson and his family on Charlottesville, as well as our nation.
Directly across the street was the original site of the slave auction block, where local slave owners, including Thomas Jefferson, would come to Court Square on market days to buy or sell enslaved black people, and then register those transactions at the courthouse.
Another important piece of history highlighted in this space is the story of John Henry James, a black man who was lynched before he could be brought to trial in 1898. No one was ever charged for his murder, despite the fact that the mob of 150 armed white perpetrators wore no mask.
In this square, you will also learn about Confederate statues installed in the 1920s in order to perpetuate the South's lost cause mythology. These statues have been at the center of numerous debates in the Charlottesville community in recent years. The Johnny Reb statue was a Confederate memorial located in front of the courthouse. It was erected in 1909 by the United Daughters of the Confederacy and removed on September 12, 2020.
Thomas Stonewall Jackson was a famous Confederate general in the Civil War, and his statue was unveiled here in 1921. Jackson died in Chancellorsville, Virginia, and never came to Charlottesville, except as part of his own funeral procession. These monuments both emerged from the lost cause ideology,
A narrative that justifies slavery and Jim Crow laws and upholds white supremacy. The Stonewall Jackson statue was removed from Court Square on July 10, 2021.
Down the hill from Court Square is today's downtown mall, once the central business district of Charlottesville. During the 1800s, enslaved and free Black individuals constructed some of its buildings. They established businesses and formed a community there, which had a significant impact on the character and development of the city's main street.